before I begin, my people said, man, you tripping, bro. You got books out, you got stuff out. Why you don't promote it on your stuff? Yeah, correctly. I got 3 books out. One of them, man, it's a good one. I don't have the copy on me. It's about being a stepdad. I was a stepdad, so I'm giving youngsters, I know it's hard. Sometimes you don't know what's up. So I got a book teaching people how to just be a stepdad, man. Young, old, doesn't matter. Because I had to learn, man. It's called Stepdad. I'm going to put it up here. Then I got this book out. This going to be a series, man. It's going to be a series, bro. Let me tell you something. It's ready to go. This book 1. And for the TV show, ready to go. I got like, it will be like 4 seasons already written. Even with this book, starting with the book, man. It's off the chain. It's called Blessed and Broken. Blessed and Broken. So, I'm going to put the links in the bio. Y'all check it out. There's some good books. There's another book I have out called the Traveling Man, called The Heart of a Good Traveling Man. That ain't for everybody. The name, the title will tell you everything. Those who know what that means, they know that book for them. The Heart of a Good Traveling Man. Thank y'all. Here go the video. What's going on, family? Welcome to NO Spill TV. It's P2R, aka Smoke a Lot, man. I got a good one. Real good one. Chucc, I got this from old boy video. I seen the title when I watched it. It was Baby had a fight with Yellow Boy. They got in the mix. And I said, yeah, that's where this story come from, because Chucc got into it with one of his artists. Yeah. But it's crazy how this happened, man. Now this is later. This is the second half of Big Boy. Was it 247, something like that? This when Big Boy had came out with artists, the Block Burners, Hard Head, and your boy out the 17 that looked like Soulja Slim. I can't think of his name for nothing. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. He had those 3 artists, right? Now, these artists didn't understand the dynamic of what was around them. They didn't. The only person that's probably understood was the one that looked like Soulja Slim out of 17. Because what I mean by the dynamics of the people that was coming around, they didn't know who was who, what is what. They didn't understand the dynamics. And this go play a part in what I'm talking about. Now your boy understood, because he was, I could tell he was from that world. He was from the streets. He was doing his thing. And he walked in one time, business was being handled. He was like, oh, mind my business and go. Can't think of his name, man. Dangerfield. That was his name, man. Dangerfield. Well, you had one artist, Hardhead. Now, Hardhead, my dude. Well, we knew each other. I seen him. I liked Hardhead. I seen Hardhead later on, and I'm mentioning this because he didn't understand. And this is why he said this. I seen him around churches on shelf, man. Not too long. A long time ago. It was a long time ago, man. About 10 years ago. And he was like, man, what's up? We spoke. He said, boy, you was on Chuck's side, boy. By him saying that, still didn't understand the dynamics. Of course, I'm with his side. This moving. You know what I'm saying? He did that, but he still didn't understand that. See, and this gonna play a part. Well, Hardhead was around that mud tripping. I'm talking about, he was going off on people, man, like about money, about this, about that. Album didn't come out yet, but still, he needed bread. I think he complaining about his bills and stuff, so he was kind of like snapping, right? One time, me, Slim, them sitting around, and he was complaining, man, I need money. I got to pay bills. I got this. I got that. I got this. He's saying this around me, Slim, and all this. And he was talking. He didn't say nothing like threatening, nothing like that. So, of course, went back. I let Chucc, boy saying this, your boy saying that. He's saying this around, like I said, he don't understand who around him, right? Okay. Before I get to that, let me tell you what made me, because this is funny too, why I started liking him, right? Because Because I looked at him as a young cat. At this time, I'm like 28. You know, I looked at him as a young cat who just was, you could tell he wasn't no sucker, but you could tell he didn't understand the real streets or dynamics. You could tell he was the type of person that wasn't scary. He'll handle his business, but he didn't understand the streets. Let me tell you why. This one made me take a liking to him. I thought he was funny. At this time, I'm staying in the Goose. And you know, we used to be outside. And the reason we out there, well, I can say it now, because I had it was like 6 or 7 of them that they was getting from me. They was getting from me, y'all know what. And we'll be out there. Now, I can't think who it was. Well, all of them used to be like looking at them crazy. Hardhead would come walk up Dale Street. I think he was going to Mr. Pete or something. Cause we in the back. And he'll come walk up Dale Street. He'll have on an army fatigue. Looking crazy. I'm talking about, I don't know if y'all remember how the dude looked. Dude was like 6'6", 6'7", red dude, long hair, looking crazy, booted up. And I'm looking like, that dude looked familiar. It ain't registered me that was Chucc, one of Chucc artists. So dudes around me, man, who the fuck that is? What's wrong with that nigga? 3 of the dudes that used to be around there was straight. Listen, bruh, you have gangsters, you have killers, and you just have crazy motherfuckers. A few of these motherfuckers were crazy, bruh. I can't think of which one it was. I don't know if it was Lou, his brother, or Nut. It was one of them, right? And they like, now for those who know these cats, they looking at Hardhead like, the fuck? And he studied looking crazy. But that's what I'm saying. He understands the dynamics of going on. But these dudes out here strapped, these dudes, come on, bro. And he looking crazy, and they looking like, what the fuck going on? So he walked up the street, and they ain't registered me. I'm looking like, that dude look familiar. So they like, man, who the fuck was that? I don't know. He come back. And I remember one, I can't remember which one it was, stood back off the porch like this, and clutching like, man, what's up with this dude? And it hit me. Man, that's Hardhead. That's one of Chucc. Hey, that's my people. That's one of his rappers, man. You know, I don't know what's going on, but you know, I'm gonna see what's up with that, cause I just think he going to get something to eat or something, cause he had some plate in his place. But man, that nigga need to stop. Take that. Something he said like, stop looking crazy or something like. I'm talking about and listen, he did this almost every day, but it was other people. Then one time is a few other people. We out there chilling. Man, who the fuck is that? Everybody like, who the fuck is that? Cause he walking up to Goose, going to Mr. P, looking crazy like. I said, man, this nigga crazy. But man, they wanted to put it on the dog. And listen, man, for y'all don't understand something, bro. The streets is not like the internet and the streets is 2 different places. Y'all be with all this mano. Nah, it's not the Western days. It don't matter how tough you are. If you don't see it coming, you don't see it coming. It don't matter. Like I said, I really didn't know him. Still don't know him. You know what I'm saying? So let's move forward from that. And he did that quite a few times, and each time it's a different person. That's how you know he was looking crazy, because it's be different people. Even 2 Jeezy one time. Man, who the fuck that is? Said, bro, y'all had to be there. I said, man, this dude kind of slow or something, man. But one time I'm in the studio, right? I think the studio was on Morrison or something like that. And he up in there talking crazy to the producer. Now the producer, I knew him, but we knew of him. Everybody knew of him. You know, the producer. I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know him like that. I come in there, speak, whatever. Man, this producer actually on his tippy toes talking to this man, right? Tippy toes talking to this man. I'm sitting there like this, just watching, you know. I forgot I was there, probably taking care of business. That was the only time I come there, Chuck there, we, you know, whatever. And I'm sitting there watching. Hey, now since when the producer, hey, you wanna dub that? Or you want me to? You the fucking producer, this hard head. You the fucking producer. You fucking tell me. Shit. Don't fucking ask me. You the fuck. But I'm like, damn. I'm looking like, damn. What the fuck? You know, this nigga just talking crazy. Just talking crazy. And so one day I'm chilling. I'm at home. I think it's like, Chuck used to wake up early, man. It's like 8, 9 in the morning, something like that. I'm still asleep. Chuck be up like 5 in the morning. And smoke a lot. What's happening? I might need you to come bust somebody across the fucking head with that pistol. Huh? Okay. What you know, like I can't remember the exact conversation. Okay, what's happening? Who, man? What's going on? He said, man, nigga, hard head over there tripping. Now see, I remember it probably was the day after or the day after. I remember the day before how he was talking to the producer, right? So I'm like, okay. So in my mind, it's because of that. The producer must have called Chuck, put that bone on him, and it must have been going on. I mean, I'm figuring this out. It must have been going on. So, man, we got to take care of this. So Chuck like, got to take care of this. So in my mind, number one, this ain't Chuck. He ain't say nothing to Chuck. He ain't do nothing to Chuck. That would have been a ball game. I like the dude. Because, you know, I'm skipping parts. But me and him used to talk. Before that, he would talk, he'd say this, he'd say that, he'd be talking about his bills, talking about his money and all that. And then plus him walking up Dale Street looking all crazy. I took him as, man, this dude might be kind of slow. He don't understand what's happening around here. So when he told me that, now obviously he calling me, so you know what I'm saying? So when he told me that, I said, Chuck. I said, damn, hard here. I said, brother, I at that time, I can't explain it. Like I said, we didn't have conversations. I liked the dude. It wasn't nothing towards Chuck. For the first time, and I was right. I was like, man, spam. I said, Chuck, I tell you what, Chuck. Even Chuck offered money. That was hard. I said, I tell you what, Chuck. Get at him. It's almost like what your boy was saying with Baby. Baby had to show him that it's not a game over here. And I felt like, and it hit me. Before that happens, Chuck, and it's only because I like the dude. Before that happens, Chuck, get at him. I said, Chuck, he go fool. I said, Chuck, he ain't from the streets like that, Chuck. I don't know if I say the producer name. I don't know what he think going on or what y'all think happening, but he ain't gonna cause no havoc once you get at him. Get at him. I just think the dude don't understand what's going on around him. I just think he just don't understand. We older, he young. You know how you get older cats, you get the young YNs thinking niggas just all them old dudes. I think he looking at it like that. He don't understand that this organization is wild. And he just don't understand. I said, get at him. I said, if you get at him, I promise you, Chuck, you ain't gonna have no problems out of him no more. I said, if that don't work, call me, I'm there. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm not saying he a sucker. That's why I say the internet don't. I'm not saying Hardhead was scary or a sucker. But it's what I'm saying. In the internet, y'all don't understand what's happening. It doesn't matter if you're a sucker or not. If you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's coming. It ain't like the Western days. I'm going to pull up and be like, hey, man, I want to fight. You draw first. When you draw and I draw, let's see. Nah, it don't work like that. That ain't how the streets work. It's coming out on top. It's doing a job. So it didn't matter if the dude was tough. It didn't matter if the dude was, if anybody, not just him. If he was some soldier, if you don't know it's coming, you don't know it's coming. Especially from who. And that's what I mean. Especially from who. So it doesn't matter if I got the ups. If I go up in there, because he don't know why I'm coming. He don't know what's happening. And it just, bam, it just go happen that quick. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I like the dude. And I'm like, nah, man, I don't, we don't know who he, you know what I'm saying? So when Chuck hit me back, I think hours later, Smoke, you right, bro. You was right, bro. I had to get at him. I had to tell him, bro. I said, look, bro, you running around here with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Then you telling my people about how much you not making money. Them my people. You don't think they gonna come back and tell me? Chuck was giving me the spiel and all this. And he said, and all this here, bro. He said, bro, I just gave it to him real, bro. I had to give it to him. You gotta chill out with all that bullshit. Stop getting that old boy like that. Y'all gotta make music. You know what? He said, bro, he sat down and he was quiet and he understood. I said, I told you, Chuck. And it was real. It wasn't necessary at that time. Now, Chuck was shocked. Because Chuck done called me before. Not on all this, but other things. Other shit. But he probably was shocked. Like, damn, Smoke a lot. Now, I keep stuff to the chest, right? So I think months later, Slim found out what happened. Slim said, what? Fuck, you ain't called me. I'd have cracked. But yeah, that reminded me of that. I remember that, man. It's crazy, but shout out to Hardhead. But Hardhead, but let me tell you something. I could tell that if Hardhead was to ever get caught up in a situation, he gonna handle his business. Like let's just say something happened. Later on, I found out. Oh, let me say this. New one slow. I think he thought that this is the way you have to act in the hood. He was dead wrong. You didn't. And the reason I say that, because later on, he had some type of business that he started. I wonder if he's still doing that business now. And I said, man, that's kind of smart. Lets me know this man was educated. He just, I don't know if he was spoiled. I don't know. But yeah, bro, he didn't get it. First of all, when he first started talking about Chuck at the business, he didn't say nothing threatening. But he's saying this around two people, me and two other people that grew up with Chuck that would knock shit loose for Chuck. And we looking like, but that's his order, so they went back and told him. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, he just didn't understand the dynamics was going on around him. And I took a liking to him. I thought it was kind of funny because me and my neighbor in the Goose, we used to laugh when everybody leave. We laugh. We'd be like, man, your boy come up here. With the same jacket on that video. I'm a big boy, cousin back up. That same little camouflage jacket. Walking to Mr. Pete, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's the only place he could have been walking. Come back with food. Looking like, who the fuck? But like I said, I can't think which one it was, but it was one of them dudes that you can't control. You don't know what's happening. But, I had to, hey, as my partner artist. And the only reason probably made somebody think about it, they knew where they got was coming from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I said, hold up, man. That's my partner artist. That's my partner artist, man. I forgot what I said, but I made it sound legit. And I was like, yeah, you know what. But yeah, he was doing that shit every day. And this is before, like I said before in one other video, you don't know the dynamics. This before he knew who I was. But I just knew who he was, because Chuck get artists, we all around, we taking care of business. So this is my new artist, my old artist. And then I forgot where I saw him at. Was it a teen summit or something? But he already knew who I was, because you got to think, he walking up the street looking, and I'm sitting right there. He don't know. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before with the other artists, I'm in the same neighborhood as him. He don't know. And you had that. We call it sleeper cells. And like I said, let's just say if I was on that type of time, it didn't matter how tough dude was. You don't know me. You don't know why I'm there. And when you see me, you probably think I'm another artist, or you probably think you don't know what's happening. And see, that goes on today. That goes on like I'm looking at these. I'm getting off subject, but I'm looking at these, and I keep bringing this up because it's crazy how I'm looking at these dudes 50 years old, and all of a sudden they tough, they from the hood. Well, here it go. It don't matter if you hung with dudes from the streets. It don't matter if you from the neighborhood. If you wasn't doing what they're doing, you still don't understand the dynamics. But just because they sleep and you still here, now you won't try to. Nah, man. You know, first of all, you supposed to be a damn near grandpa living a good life. But yeah, but that was crazy, man. Hard head was in that mud. Talk crazy as a producer. I'm talking about that bro. Hey man, you want a dub? And see, I don't know the dynamics what happened after that, because it have to be something worse than that for me to get a call and he smoke a lot. For me to get a call about, I don't really understand. I don't know what happened, and I really wasn't there to see the conversation. But when I got that call back from Chuck, he was like, "Man, you were right. You were right, bro. You were right. I'm glad you something." He said, "Man, I'm glad you had to think about that, because it would have turned out bad or shit." And then, you know, when it was not, it didn't have to be. I just laid it down. I had to tell him, "Hey, bro, you need to wop." And I guess by him hearing that from Chuck, because like I said, he was in there talking crazy to producer. By hearing that from Chuck, the CEO, and telling him this, telling him that, I guess he, oh yeah, you right. And I guess when Chuck told him about, yeah, you run around here talking about money and all this here, I guess he said, yeah, your boy over there, I don't even think he knew my name. Your boy must have told him. That's why he meant by, yeah, boy, you knew Chuck. Yeah, but it was deeper than that, bro. It go way back. And at that time, he had us around a lot. Which bring me back to my next subject. He had us around a lot, man. Before, he barely wanted us to come around. Like the first era, you might have saw a few that came around with G Slim or whatever. But after, he wanted us around a lot for some reason. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. One love, baby. I hope y'all enjoyed that one.